Hello everyone, welcome back. Here's our part 2 of our Go Wild upcycling. And so we finished with this with the 2 signature, and now we need to go ahead and put our book together. And so what we wanted to do is make sure we find the center on our book. So I'm just going to simply fold it in half. That marks the center. And then I'm going to fold it again in half. I'm only creasing it in the center portion. And then I'm going to do the same thing here. So now we got 3 marks, and I'm just using my little bead rimmer. It's pointy enough, so I'm just going to poke a hole there. Another one here. Just be careful not to hurt yourself. Okay. So it's time to bind this. Where were we? So all I did is found the center, and I just, marked the 3 dots, 3 holes, and then now that becomes my template. And so I'm just gonna go ahead and poke my signature, the whole thing through. So now I just have a crochet thread that I'm using to bind it together. And then I'm just gonna, if I could find it. Okay. And then just leave a little bit of string so your thread doesn't pull all the way through, and then just go from the back and back into your signature. You can clip this together if you want, just so you don't have the same trouble I'm having right now. I normally do. I didn't think I'd have this much trouble since it's just a small signature, but okay, so we're back in the center, and then we're gonna go all the way through the bottom. Okay, there. And then we're gonna go back in the center. And then make sure that both of your thread, the end thread and the beginning thread, is has this center in the center, just to secure this big old long stretch of thread there, so it's not going anywhere. And I just tie it into a knot twice. That's it. Now you can leave that long, you can put a bead there or whatnot. It's up to you. You can cut them short. I like to keep them long because I want to put a little charms there. Sometimes I put some hearts or whatever. So now we have our book. Our book is pretty much done. So you got 1 signature here and 1 signature there on that side. Now you can cover this if you want. You can take like a cloth and cover it. Let's see, if you don't like that, or better yet, let's do it this way. Let's take some of the leftover here. That's not big enough. It's okay, we could probably make something out of that. So let's take some of these. Maybe just half of this guy. Okay. perfect. And we're just gonna tack it. Okay. Oops. Just like that. All right, so I've also gone ahead and still, remember I said I think we made this last time, so now we have a little tag, and then all those strip left over, I went ahead and attached them into a craft paper, and I just stuck them together, so now there's that beautiful pattern there. And I could just use any this is a linen strip. I'm just gonna use that, and now we have another tag. There's another one. You could use any lace. You have lace, you know, on this if you like to. And like I said, I recycled the ribbon. And then I also did weaving. I weaved some more of those leftover strip. And so now I have a different look. But they're pretty much the same strip. So I'm going to go ahead and just round this up, and then I glued this on a tea-dyed paper. So now you could use it as a journal card. So let's go inside. We got the tag, and like I said, we have some leftover, this little bag we wanted to use as a pocket. So let's see. You just kind of, you know, figure out, decide where you want to put it. So I think I'm going to put it on this side. So what I'm going to do is just run a glue just around the 3 sides, just enough to tack it in place. And let's put it in the back. Okay, let's put it in the back. All right, there you go. So now we have a pocket. We have a tuck spot here. I'm very careful because it's still wet. And then the tuck spot on the back. See? So 2 pockets now. Okay, so now we want some journaling spot, right? We want some journaling space. A lot of us, when we try to make junk journal, we get some craft or printed paper and just cover the areas that we don't like. In instance, just like I did here, I took a tea-dyed paper and just cover the pages I didn't want. So that's what I initially went, and as you can see here, I continued the process. But then over here, which I think it turned out really great, is I decided I'm gonna use black gesso rather than the white gesso. And I really love how it turned out. The finish looked like a chalkboard, and I used this kind of gesso. I believe it's called Alternatives. Here's the logo. I had some paint over on the rest of the name. So, but I think it's alternative. So, and it's black acrylic gesso, and I just love how it turned out. It looks like it's matte. It looks like a chalkboard. So I'm initially using it as a chalkboard for say, using my white ink pen. You can use white gel pen. On this one, I use the Ranger Dilution white linen pen. That's what I use, and it turned out really good. So as I continue to flip, you can see the various items that I use. I use decoupage napkin. I use some ledger paper. Here's another page that I did, and then this is a leftover paper that I use for my cover. So I thought that works out really good there. Another one, I erased some of the text and illustration on it, and just did that, and now I have some journaling spot on there that I could use. So, and another thing that I found too that's easier, here's another one. I think this one turned out really cool as well. So is I use my my washi tape, especially if I'm covering a good line of it, so then this way I have a clean straight line. So that worked out really good. So use your washi tape to kind of just like painter's tape. Anyways, yeah, I thought that turned out really good, and I love how the finish looks. So give it a try, and it is called some kind of alternative. Sorry, I'm gonna try, and excuse my hands, I'm covered in black paint, and let's see, hopefully I'm not like removing it. Can you guys see what that says? I cannot. Let me try some baby wipes here, see if I can get it. Yeah. It's called Art Alternative. I think it's just so cool the way I was able to kind of apply it and work it and try to save some of the areas, or rather I'm able to remove some of those text and illustration, and save some areas for me to journal. So there you go, guys, some different ways to put some journaling spots into our junk journal. I hope that was helpful. I think our journal is pretty much done. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys like this, and please don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks. Bye.